Okay, good morning, students. Today you got to see there is another topic, blotting techniques. Blotting techniques. What I mean by the blotting techniques? Here, number of ways these are mostly described. The blotting techniques are mostly widely used for analytical tools for the specific identification of desired DNA or RNA fragments from larger number of molecules. That is called a blotting techniques also there. So blotting techniques are widely used in analytical tools for specific identification of desired DNA or otherwise RNA. Anything is the RNA fragments from larger molecules, larger number of molecules. Blotting mostly refers to the process of immobilization of sample nucleic acids or solid supports, nitrocellulose or nylon membranes, that is in a sample nucleic acids or solid support, that is called nitrocellulose or nylon membranes. Here the nucleic acids, the blotted nucleic acids are then used as a target into hybridization experiments for their specific detection. So you got to detect the hybridization experiments mostly used for their specific detection of the blotting techniques. Okay, here the blotting techniques is mostly widely used the analytical tools for a specific identification of desired DNA or RNA fragments from a large number of molecules. That's all. Okay, here there is a number of types are also there. There are types of blotting techniques: southern blotting, northern blotting, western blotting also there. Here first one is southern blotting. The transfer of DNA from agarose gels to nitrocellulose membrane, that is called southern blotting. It is very important. Southern blotting. What do you mean by the southern blotting? Transfer of DNA from agarose gel to nitrocellulose membrane, that is called southern blotting. The next one is northern blotting. There is a simple concept. There is a simple way it will shorted. The transfer of RNA. First one is transfer of DNA. Second one is in a northern blotting, transfer of RNA to nitrocellulose membrane, that is called northern blotting. Transfer of RNA to nitrocellulose membrane, that is called northern blotting. Then next one is western blotting. Differ from these two. Electroporetic transfer of proteins. Transfer of protein into nitrocellulose membrane, that is called western blotting. There are three types of blotting: southern blotting, northern blotting and western blotting. Here southern blotting, transfer of DNA to nitrocellulose membrane; northern blotting, transfer of RNA into nitrocellulose membrane. Then western blotting, transfer of protein, specific proteins or to nitrocellulose membrane, that is called western blotting. Okay, here southern blotting, DNA. The transfer of denatured DNA from agarose gel to nitrocellulose blotting. The transfer of denatured double helix structure is that the double helix structure is denatured, that is it will modified into a single stranded DNA. Agarose gel to nitrocellulose blotting or filter paper technique was introduced by Southern in 1975, and this technique is called southern blotting technique. Okay, here the transfer of denatured DNA from agarose gel to nitrocellulose blotting or filter paper technique was introduced by Southern in 1975. This technique is called southern blotting technique. Okay. Then next, what are the steps involved in this southern blotting techniques? Here, transfer of DNA from agarose gel to nitrocellulose filter paper. Transfer of DNA from agarose gel to nitrocellulose filter paper is achieved by capillary action. That is the type of only experiment or action only it will take place. DNA from agarose gel to nitrocellulose filter paper is achieved by capillary action. A buffer sodium saline citrate, that is called a sodium saline citrate, SSC, is used in which DNA is highly soluble. It can be drawn up through the gel into nitrocellulose membrane. This process, single stranded DNA becomes trapped in the membrane matrix. What is called ssDNA, single stranded DNA? What is double stranded dsDNA, double stranded DNA? It becomes trapped in the membrane matrix. This DNA is hybridized with the nucleic acids and can be detected by autoradiography. The DNA is hybridized with the nucleic acids and can be detected by autoradiography. What do you mean by the autoradiography? Here, the autoradiography is a technique. Autoradiography is a technique that captures the image formed in a photographic emulsion due to emission of light or radioactivity from a labeled component placed together with unexposed film. That is called autoradiography. It's a technique that captures image formed in a photographic emulsion due to emission of light only or otherwise radioactivity from a labeled component placed together with unexposed film. That is called autoradiography. The next one is northern blot. Northern blot. It was found that RNA is not binding to cellulose nitrate. RNA is not bind to the cellulose nitrate. Therefore, Alvin et al. 1979. That one is 1975. Alvin et al. Devised a procedure in which RNA bands are transferred from the agarose gel to nitrocellulose filter paper. Agarose gel to into nitrocellulose filter paper. This transfer of RNA from gel to special filter paper is called northern blot hybridization. This transfer of RNA from gel to a special filter paper is called northern blot hybridization. This filter paper is mostly used for northern blot is amino benzyloxymethyl paper, which can be prepared from Whatman 540 paper is used. Here, northern blot is mostly used amino benzyloxymethyl paper, which can be prepared Whatman 540 paper. The next one is Western blot. Western blot. There is a third one is Western blot. Refers to the electrophoretic transfer of proteins. Electrophoretic transfer of proteins to blotting papers. Nitrocellulose filter paper can be used for Western blot. Nitrocellulose filter paper is mostly used for Western blot. A particular protein is then identified here. A particular protein is then identified by probing that blot with a radio-labeled antibody. The blot with the radio-labeled antibody which binds on a specific protein. It will bind with a specific protein to which the antibody was prepared. That the technique is nothing but Western blot. Western blot, only proteins are blotted in this paper. Now with the help of nitrocellulose filter paper can be used for probing the blot, radioactive labeled antibody. The next one is, here up to this one there is a technique, hybridization technique is that what is southern blotting, what is northern blotting, what is western blotting. Eastern blot is not there, only 3 blotting is there. Okay, the next one is bioassay for target gene effect. Bioassay for synthesizing for target gene effect. Target gene, a desired gene effect is there. Target gene is nothing but a target DNA or otherwise foreign DNA or passenger DNA, exogenous DNA, a gene of interest or insert DNA. These are nothing but a target gene, a DNA, foreign DNA, passenger DNA, exogenous DNA, exogenous outside DNA, a gene of interest, anything is there, you can select or inserted DNA, anything is there. That is to be either cloned or specifically muted, that the DNA only cloned or otherwise it will mutated. Gene targeting experiments have been targeting the nuclei and this leads to gene knockout. It only targeting experiments have been targeting the nuclei and this leads to gene knockout. For this purpose, 2 types of targeting vectors are used, that are insertion vectors and replacement vectors. Insertion vector and replacement or transplacement vectors are there. 2 types of vectors are mostly used in a targeting vector, insertion and replacement or transplacement vectors. Okay, first one, insertion vectors. What do you mean by the insertion vectors? You can insert any DNA into any other host cell, that is called inserted vector. That the vector is nothing but a plasmids. Insertion vectors are entirely inserted into targeted locus. Locus means nothing but a place, as the vectors are linearized with the homology region. These are linearized within the homology region. Here the DNA is mostly circular in nature in a plasmid condition. These are linearized within the homology region. Initially, these vectors are circular, but during insertion become linear. It leads to duplication of sequences adjacent to the selectable markers. That is called insertion vectors. You can use the plasmids in a linear manner. The next one is the replacement vector has the homology region and it is collinear with the target gene. It will again additional linear DNA is used. with the target 1. This vector is linearized period to transfection outside the homology region, and then consequently a crossing over occurs to replace the endogenous DNA with the incoming DNA. This DNA are combined together, or crossing over occurs to replace the endogenous inside the DNA is the endogenous DNA with the incoming DNA. Okay, the next one is genome sequencing and plant genome projects. Genome sequencing and plant genome projects are used. The whole complement of genes, here the whole total complement of genes that determine all characters of an organism is called genome. Here in an organism, all the gene characters are there, that is called a genome, which may be nuclear genome, mitochondrial genome, or plastid genome. Anything is there. It will present in a nucleus, that is called a nuclear genome. It will present in a mitochondria, that is called mitochondrial genome. It will present in a plasmid, that is called plasmid genome. Genome of many plants contain both functional and non-expressive DNA proteins. The genome maybe it will present in both functional one and non-expressive DNA proteins are there. Genome project refers to a project in which the whole genome of plant is analyzed. Genome project, it refers project with the whole genome of plant. Any kind of plant is there, that the plant genome is categorized, analyzed using sequence analysis and sequence homology with their plants. Such genome projects have so far been undertaken in Chlamydomonas algae, Arabidopsis thaliana, rice and maize plants also there. These are the plants mostly categorized in a genome projects. In Arabidopsis thaliana, it will categorized or analyzed. Genome content of an organism is expressed in terms of number of base pairs or in terms of the content of DNA, which is expressed as C value. The genome projects mostly expressed in terms of number of base pairs it will present in terms of content of DNA, which is expressed as C value. Okay. The next one is evolutionary pattern assessed using DNA. Evolutionary pattern assessed using DNA. In recent years, the evolutionary relationship that will be different from plant taxa is assessed using DNA content, as well as the similarity and differences in the DNA sequence. Here, number of sequences it will present. What are the offspring? What are the parents plants also there? What are the sequence, or otherwise what is the homology it will present in these two plants? It is same sequence it will present, or any other difference it will present. You can analyze DNA content as well as the similarities and differences in a DNA sequence. Based on such analysis, taxa and the relationships are indicated in cladogram. Underline that word cladogram in your book. Based on such analysis, taxa is there, and the relationship, these are indicated in a graph that is called cladogram, which will show the genetic distance between the two taxa. It also shows antiquity or modernity of any taxa which respect to one another. Okay, the next one is genome editing and CRISPR Cas9. Genome editing or gene editing is a group of technology that has the ability to change an organism DNA. Editing means you can cut or otherwise you can join any other DNA into that type of organism. Editing, the ability to change the organism DNA, that is called editing. These technologies allow genetic material to be added or removed or altered at a particular location in the genome. In that particular location you can add or otherwise you can remove or otherwise you can alter the genome. Alter the gene, that is called genome editing. So several approaches to genome editing have been developed. A recent one is known as CRISPR Cas9, CRISPR. What do you mean by CRISPR? There is clustered, regularly interspaced, short palindromic repeats, that is called CRISPR. Clustered, regularly interspaced, short palindromic repeats, that is called CRISPR. SPR is associated protein 9. The CRISPR Cas9 system has generated a lot of experiment in the scientific community because it is faster, it is also cheaper and more accurate and more efficient than other existing genome editing methods. Here some of the genome editing methods also there. These are not good. It is very good, very faster, very cheaper, more accurate and more efficient than other methods of genome editing. Okay. And rice was among the first plants to be used to demonstrate feasibility of CRISPR targeted mutagens and gene replacement. The gene editing tool CRISPR can be used to make hybrid rice plants. Used to make the hybrid rice plants that can clone their seeds. Imtiaz Gant and Venkatesan Sundaresan and colleagues reported in a new study with clearly shows one can re-engineer rice to switch into from a sexual to an asexual methods mode. Okay, the next one is RNA interference. It is another important one. RNA interference, RNAi, nothing but RNA interference. Here all characters of organism are the result of expression of different genes which are regions of nuclear DNA. Here some of the organism have the result of expression of different genes. It will express the genes which are regions of nuclear DNA. It will present. This expression involves transcription and translation also there in a nuclear. Transcription also there, translation also there. What do you mean by transcription? Here DNA to RNA formation, that is called transcription. What do you mean by translation? From RNA to protein synthesis, that is called translation. Here transcription refers to the copying of genetic information from one strand to the another strand DNA called sense strand by RNA. This RNA, as soon as it formed, cannot be straight away sent to the cytoplasm to undertake the process of translation. It has to be edited and made suitable for translation, which brings about protein synthesis. One of the main items removed from the RNA strands are the introns. Here, some of the items are removed from the RNA. Here, DNA is there, it will change into RNA. Some of the sequence are mostly removed from this RNA. That the point is nothing but that the strands is nothing but introns. One of the main items are removed from the RNA strands are the introns. All these changes before translation normally takes place whereby certain regions of DNA are silenced. However, these are an RNAi pathway. These are nothing but RNAi pathway. RNA interference is a biological process. You have to mark that one. RNA is a biological process. RNA interference is a biological process in which RNA molecules inhibit gene expression. RNA molecules, it will inhibit, it will prohibit, it will prevent the gene expression or translation. This is done by neutralizing targeted mRNA molecules. It only neutralizes the targeted mRNA molecules only. Then, a simplified model for the RNAi pathway is based on two types. A simplified model for the RNA pathway is based on two types, each involving ribonuclease enzyme. In the first step, the trigger RNA. In the trigger RNA, either double-stranded RNA or miRNA, primary transcript is processed into a short interfering RNA, siRNA, by the RNAs. Second enzyme called dicer and DROSA. I have to underline that one. Dicer and DROSA is that. In the second step, siRNA, there is stimulating RNA, there is short interfering. Si means nothing but short interfering RNAs are located into the effector complex RNA induced silencing complex RISC. RISC means nothing but RNA induced silencing complex. RNA induced silencing complex. This siRNA, short interference RNA, is unwound during risk assembly and the single stranded RNA hybridizes with the mRNA target. This RNAi is seen in plant breeding nematodes. Plant breeding nematodes it will present. Okay, you can see that diagram. That is double stranded RNA dicer is that. Interaction of dicer with the double stranded RNA is that. The interaction with the dicer with the double stranded RNA. Double stranded RNA is that it will interact with this dicer. Then siRNA uptake by the nematodes. This is the plant cell. In a green color, there is a plant cell. Nucleus is there. That the plant cells short interfering RNA uptake by the nematodes. That the nematodes, short interfering RNA is mostly uptake by the nematode. Here cleaved mRNA is the target mRNA is there. root knot nematodes also there. Here the risk complex with the unzipped siRNA is also present in this one. Okay. Okay, we will continue. Thank you, sir. Okay, the next one is transgenic plants, genetically modified crabs or otherwise GM crabs. Transgenic plants, genetically modified crabs or otherwise GM crabs. Herbicide tolerant, that is called a glyphosate. With the help of glyphosate, herbicide tolerant plants are produced. Transgenic, nothing but here there is some of the organisms transfer in a plant genome, plant genome. It will modified into another type of plants, that is called transgenic plant. A gene it will present or otherwise a foreign DNA is introduced into that plant, that is called transgenic plants. Okay, here some of weeds are constant problem in a crop fields. Weeds it will grow in a normal plants, in a normal crop plants it's a problem because the weeds are grown rather than the crop plants. Weeds are not only compete with the crop plants for sunlight, water, nutrients and space, but also act as a carrier for insects and diseases. It also compete with the sunlight, water, nutrients and space, but also act as a carrier for insects. It will also carry the insects for insects and diseases also there. If left uncontrolled, weeds can reduce crop yields significantly. You can control the weeds, then it will reduce the diseases in a crop fields. That is very important. Okay. Transgenic plants are nothing but a novel DNA. It will contain a novel DNA introduced into the genome. That is called transgenic plants. A new DNA, a foreign DNA. A transgenic plants contain a novel DNA, nothing but a new DNA, a foreign DNA is introduced into these plants. That is called introduced into the genome. That is called transgenic plants. Here, glyphosate herbicide produced by Monsanto, a USA company, under the trade name of Roundup. A Roundup one is that it will kill the plants by blocking the 5-pyruvate Sikimate 3-phosphate synthetase EPSPS. There is a enzyme name. There is a 5-pyruvate Sikimate 3-phosphate synthetase enzyme. An enzyme involved in a biosynthesis of aromatic amino acids. It will synthesize biosynthesis of aromatic amino acids, vitamins and many secondary plant metabolites. There are several ways by which crops can be modified to be glyphosate tolerant. The crops are modified to the glyphosate tolerant. Okay. Here one strategy is to incorporate a soil bacteria. There is one strategy is that it will incorporate into the soil bacteria gene that produces a glyphosate tolerant form of EPSPS. Glyphosate tolerant EPSPS is that. Another way is to incorporate a different soil bacteria. Another way, it also incorporate the another different soil bacteria gene that produces a glyphosate degrading enzyme. A glyphosate degrading enzyme also it will produced. Okay, what are the advantages of herbicide tolerant plants? What are the advantages? It will present in a herbicide tolerant crops. Weed control improves higher crop yields. It will control the weed, then it will improve the higher crop yields. Then reduces spray of herbicides. There no need to spray any herbicides to the crop plant. Reduces competition between crop plant and weed. It also reduces the competition between the crop plant and weed. Use of low toxicity compounds which do not remain active in the soil. You can use the low toxicity compounds which do not remain active in the soil level. And the ability to conserve soil structure and microbes. Ability to conserve the soil structure and microbes. These are the advantages of tolerance, herbicide tolerance crops. Okay, the next one, herbicide tolerant pasta. Another one is herbicide tolerant pasta. Trade name for pasta refers to a non-selective herbicide containing the chemical compound phosphinothrizine. You have to underline that one. Pasta and phosphinothrizine. A phosphinothrizine, a chemical compound. It also containing a herbicide, a non-selective herbicide one, a pasta. A trade name is nothing but a pasta. It also refers to a non-selective herbicide containing a chemical compound is called phosphonothyrine. Phosphor herbicide tolerant gene BBT L-phosphonoerythrin was isolated from which plant? There is Medicova sativa plant. Medicova sativa plant. It inhibits the enzyme glutamine synthetase that the plant, or otherwise it inhibits the enzyme. The Medicova plant is that the plant, and also some of the enzymes, the phosphor herbicide tolerant genes, it will inhibit the enzyme glutamine synthetase, which is involved in ammonia assimilation. The BBT phosphonoerythrin gene was introduced into the tobacco, and transgenic tobacco produced was resistant to BBT. The gene was introduced into tobacco and transgenic tobacco, that the plant is modified into transgenic tobacco produced was resistant to PBT. It is resistant to PBT. Similar enzyme was also isolated from, and also there is another enzyme was isolated from Streptomyces hygroscopicus with bar gene encodes for PAT, phosphonothyrine acetyltransferase. There is another enzyme, it will encodes the PAR genes. It will encode with the PAR gene, it encodes the PBT, that is called phosphonothyrine acetyltransferase. It mostly isolated from Streptomyces hygroscopicus and was introduced into crop plants like potato and sugar beet, and transgenic crops have been developed. The next one is insect resistance beet crops, beet cotton. Insect resistance means that is somewhat there is a repellence activities it will occur. Beet crops, beet cotton. Beet cotton is a genetically modified organisms, GMO, or genetically modified pest resistance plants cotton variety, which produces an insecticide activity to bollworm. Strains of bacteria, Bacillus thuringiensis produce over 200 different Bt toxins, each harmful to different insects also there. Most of Bt toxins are insecticidal to the larvae of moth and butterfly, beetles and cotton, bollworms and gadflies, but are harmful to the other forms of life. The genes are encoded for toxin crystals in the cry group of endotoxin. When insects attack and eat the cotton plant, the cry toxins are dissolved in the insect stomach, then it will die. The epithelial membranes of gut block the certain vital nutrients, thereby sufficient regulation of potassium ions are lost in the insects and results in the death of the epithelial cells of the intestine membrane, which leads to the death of the larva. This is the way the insects are killed. Then what are the advantages it will present? What are the advantages of Bt cotton? Or yield of cotton is increased due to effective control of bollworms. You can control the bollworms, the cotton yield is increased. Reduction of insecticide is in the cultivation of Bt cotton. Reduction of insecticide, then you can use the cultivation of Bt cotton also increased. Potential reduction in the cost of cultivations also it will occur. Potential reduction in the cost of cultivation. Then what are the disadvantages of Bt cotton? Has some limitations also there. Cost of Bt cotton seed is very high. And effectiveness up to 120 days. After that, efficiency is reduced. After 1 to 2 days, the efficiency is totally reduced. Ineffective against sucking pests like jassids, aphids and whitefly. Ineffective against sucking pests like jassids, aphids and whitefly. Affects pollinating insects and thus yield. It also pollinating insects. It will affect the pollinating insects also there. Okay. The next one is Bt brinjal. The Bt brinjal is another transgenic plant, mostly created by inserting a crystal protein gene CRY1AC, crystal protein from the soil bacteria Bacillus thuringiensis bacteria. The genome of various brinjal cultivars. Into the genome of various brinjal cultivars. Here, the Bt brinjal is another transgenic plant, mostly created by inserting a crystal protein gene CRY1AC from the soil bacteria Bacillus thuringiensis with the help of this one. You can produce the Bt brinjal. Insertion of gene along with the genetic elements such as promoters, terminators and an antibiotic resistance marker gene into the brinjal plant is accomplished using agrobacterium mediated genetic transformation is occur. The bitty brinjal has been developed to give resistance to against the Lepidopteran insects. It will give the resistance to the Lepidopteran insects, that is butterfly. In particular, the brinjal fruit and shoot borer, Lucidoides arbonilis, these are comes under these fruits and shoot borer insects also there. The next one is Dara mustard hybrid DMH also there. Dara mustard hybrid DMH. DMH11 is transgenic mustard, mostly produced by a transgenes. A foreign DNA is introduced into this one. A mustard developed by a team of scientists at the Center of Genetic Manipulation of Crop Plants, Delhi University, under government sponsored projects only. It is genetically modified variety of herbicide tolerant HT. Herbicide tolerant mustard. It was created by using Barnas bar star technology for genetic modification by adding genes from soil bacteria that makes mustard a self-pollinating plant. DMH11 contains 3 genes, vices, bar gene, Barnas genes and bar star genes sourced from soil bacteria. With the help of this soil bacteria, these are produced. The bar gene had made plant resistant to herbicide named a pastor. Okay, up to this one you have to read very carefully. Okay, next class we will see the virus resistance. Okay. Thank you students. Thank you, Nanda.